Patricia with Patricia's Crafting Corner. Today is a good day. It's the day that God made, and we're all awake and we're all breathing in His breath of life. Thank you for joining me this morning. Today we are going to just make something that I bought on Amazon, and it's a little carousel. This one is different from some of the jars and things that I've done before with the carousel. And this is the first time I've done one that is a music box. It comes with a top and the bottom, which is going to be connected by this pole here. And then it's got a chain and all of this little fancy stuff that I am truly going to have to figure out. And this is the little extra music box and chain that I ordered. And this is the little music box that will be going in. Now, believe me, I am going to have to do some research on this because I didn't know it was coming with all of this, and I am dumbfounded. But I am still going to take my time and do the best I can at it and, just see. One thing I'd like to start off with is one scripture that I've been reading in my 90-day devotions to equip and empower hardworking women. And I'm on this one where it says, "We are all unique." The scripture, "I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well." And that is in Psalms 139 and 14. And this comes from the EVS translation. And okay, that's about where we are with that. Um, Now, it says, we can look down at our thumbprints and we can see that no one else will ever have the same thumbprint as we have. There's no one like us. God made us because He planned us. He created us from the beginning. He knows everything about us. He knows when we have bad days and there are good days. He knows when we feel that we're not enough or think that, somebody's better than us, have better qualities and better skills and gifts. It's not about that. It's about you. You being uniquely made and doing what you can do. And that's where I am. Is Today I'm thinking about what God has graced me with, has blessed me with, and I'm going to act on it. Now we're going to use I'm going to move all these things out the way first because I don't want these in my way. And I'm using my Diamond Dust. Let's see if we can put it this way. Diamond Dust Glitter UV Resin. That's the name and brand, I guess, Diamond Dust. And I have these two little molds here with the little different characters that will be going on the carousel. And then I have these two parts, which we will be using epoxy for. So we're going to start with our characters. I want to get nice light colors. Oh, haven't used this in a while. And some of them are a little stuck. Let's see. Let me pick through some and see what all we've got. The little writing gets me. Now this is a grass green. This is royal blue, I would imagine. It only says royal on the side of it. I want something light, like a yellow and a pink. Well, here's a purple. It's violet, I should say. Let's just ramble through here. Here's a bronze. I don't know. We may use that. And white, maybe. Watermelon, that might be a nice color. That's a dark green. We don't want anything too dark. Pink. Let's see if I can find something yellow. Yeah, picked it right up. And there's the yellow. Now, there's no rhyme or reason to how we're going to do this. We're just going to do it. We're going to use our UV lamp and go from there. That's rose. Like I say, I want something light and vibrant. Champagne. Maybe we'll use that. I have me a nice cup of iced tea today because in the summertime I love drinking tea. And I've got peach flavored tea, and I have a ton of ice in my cup because I like it real cold. Okay. Now I hope all of these are open. I don't know because I haven't used them in a while. No, this one needs to be. And this one I'll still take a little pin and open it up more. While I'm doing this, I'm not going to hold you. I'll go through all of this and I'll come back and then we will commence to working on our new mold and carousel music box. Be right back with you. All right, I'm back and I've got everything opened and ready to be used. I've got my face mask on. You can hear, hope maybe, my air purifier going. I've got my ceiling fan on and a window open, of course. And I'm feeling good about this. I honestly don't like the smell of the UV resins. Some of them, they'll say there's no smell, but then again, maybe it's just me. So, but anyway, all of that aside, I have these little tiny molds here. And I'm trying to see, as a male, couple of women, and I don't know what this little thing is. So we're going to start with that. And I think what I'm going to do with that one is, since it's nothing that's, at least I don't think it is, it could be something that's very key to this, but because I know it's on the mold, I have to clean all these little bottles off. I don't know how. Somehow they got really sticky in the box. I don't know if somebody or I could have knocked them over or something, and they're all very sticky. So, okay, now let me make sure this one is open. I'm just using the tip of my smallest little embossing tool here. Okay, wipe that off. Now, let's get going. My lighting isn't the best for me, and I do see maybe just a little glare. I hope that that will not be a problem for you to view the video. But these old eyes, even with my glasses on, I need it. I need them. So let's turn these upside down for a second here. And then see if I can squeeze some out. I hope and pray. Oh, look at that. It's such a big glump of it. I'm going to have to really... We'll get it together, though. It's been a while since they've been used. I haven't used UV in, wow, months, I think. I don't know. But any old way, we'll get this done. And since this is seeming like it's going to be a minute, I'm just going to put some in, cure it, come back, I'm going to build it up on layers. That's one thing I've learned using the UV. You just can't put a big glop in there and expect it all to cure all the way. And I think that's one of the fears that I had, that even though I even layered sometimes some of them still came out like that. Put that around. It's got a little nib there. Okay. Now once I get all of them filled in, I will go around them with the tool to make sure I fill all the corners. So I tell you what, you've seen all this stuff before. This is nothing new. I will come back after I've got them all filled in, and then we'll cure them, and then we'll commence with our carousel body. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got my mold situated, I do believe. But you know, I'd like to see and talk to the person that did this. They're so teeny, and just trying to get everything in is really something. It's nerve wracking because it's just too teeny. Uh, okay, so what I'm doing is just going around, making sure I don't have any bubbles, and making sure that there is enough resin to fill each spot so I don't have any blank spaces. And I do wipe my tool with each color. And I love these colors. They don't really look as bright as I thought, but this is what I had to work with, and this is what we're going with. I already went around the first one that I did, pop air bubbles, and filled in where there was resin missing. I hope I'm getting it all, filling out all the spaces. There's a bubble. Now, I'm to be honest, I would, even with just a cigarette lighter, be afraid with these little bitty thin molds to do the pop the bubbles with, but I don't know. If I sound muffled, I have my mask on, and sometimes my voice does get a little low, but it's not intentional. And I'm not so much as muttering to myself today. I'm actually trying to explain what I'm going through here. And I definitely will be using both sides of my UV resin curing lamp, the double, so that the top and the bottom can cure at the same time. Now this is only one layer so far, and what I am going to do is let you observe me getting this cured, starting it off. At least you guys seen this time after time, but I did just want to extend to you what I'm doing with each step of this new mold. I wish my light was a little bit better, because in all honesty, it is a little hard for me to see because it's so gloomy outside. I do have my overhead light on, but that's where the glare is coming from, and the camera. So please be patient with me. Now, let's get everything set up. I'm going to move this over out the way for a second. I've got all these colors here. And just trying to remember where each one goes is going to be a job for me. Okay. right. Now I'm going to just start this off at the lowest and work up, and then come back and uh, when they're all finished, I'll have my resin prepared for the carousel body, and we'll go from there. I'll see you when this is all cured, okay? See you then. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'm finishing up with the UV resin portion of the uh, project. Now, what I'm going to be doing is adding 8 ounces of the epoxy, and it's Paduo, and I'm going to use some of the Renfio Ultra Fine Glitter Powder. I like this one as well as I like the crushed crystal because it gives off such a nice little sparkly vibe, and it has like a little tint of blues. So I'm going to add this to my part B, part A. I'm going to mix this up, and of course I learned this from Miss Wanda. I watched her, and she put her glitter into her part A and mixed it up. And I'm going to add the part B and stir it for 5 minutes. I'm doing it by hand this time because I use my little mixer. It's not a Let's Resin hand mixer. It's a different brand, but you know, this is a lot quicker and I don't have to use such a big cup. So, as I do that, I'm going to clean off my spatula, of course, and add the last of the 4 ounces of the Paduo resin. This is the brand, the one. This is part B. I have the pump, but I don't like using that pump. It takes forever when you do it like that. And my hand gets a little bit agitated with that. Okay. I see my curing process has stopped at that point. We're going to give it one more go around. And hopefully I want everything to be ready at the same time so that we can unmold, demold, or them all together and go at that. Now you're not going to watch me or have to watch me stir this for 5 minutes. I'll come back when it's done, and then we'll fill the carousel portion of the mold and go from there. Okay, see you when we get done. Alrighty, I've got my resin mixed up. I had to, well, I didn't have to, but I decided to add another little scoop of the Renfio glitter. I don't know how much this mold is actually going to take. I'm praying that this 8 will be enough, and if there's anything left, we do have additional molds. So I will start with the top first. And start. I didn't spray my mold first with my alcohol, and I should have done that. But I'm just going to continue on here. I will spray it as I go. And of course, I need to get a paper towel, wipe up anything. spraying around the sides. I just love that color, that sheen. I don't know if you can really see it. I'll raise it up a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. But once it's completed, look at me. I will most definitely. I know it's going to be amazing. I love that Renfio color. Okay. Now that I've cleaned my mess up, I'm going to dump the alcohol out. Use that to wipe up with. And carry on. Okay. So I hope that little bit that I spilled out won't cost me anything here. Now I'm looking at the shape of this mold and it really doesn't look quite right. It seems like there's highs and lows and you know, it's kind of odd. And I just hope that it turns out well enough that we can use it and it won't be, because on this side it looks like it's just a little bit lower than on the other sides as far as the cut of it, because over there it's pretty high. Now let me start on the base. So far I've used almost 2 ounces, a little bit over. And give it time to run down the sides. Spritz it. Now I'm not using 100% alcohol. I'm using the 91%, and it still does just as good. I know at one point we were using 100%, but that got a little bit expensive. And the 91 is the highest quality that I could find retail at Sam's. Well, no, I got it at Sam's and it was on the it was a 2-pack. But it's still really reasonable and it lasts quite a while with the 2 large bottles. Even this mold, it just doesn't look right. Something is off with this mold. But we're going to continue on with it. I don't know if you could see the difference in it, but I can. Okay, I need to get this glare off because the ring lamp is giving it glare also. So what I'm going to do is adjust that. Now then, we'll go with that for a little bit. Because I don't want to blind myself or you. And of course I will go around the sides and hopefully we won't have any air bubbles in our... But I'm going to tell you, making those smaller parts was, oh my goodness. I'd like to just tell the person that made this mold, you could have did fewer of those. I mean, there's a nice amount to them, but some of them are just so teeny and it's so hard to get in between those spaces. And I just know I'm going to have air bubbles in some of them. But since it's resin, UV resin, I should be able to fix those problems without any real hassle. Okay, I'm going to... I need my little tool, excuse me for crossing over. And I'm going to go down inside And under the lip of this mold, there's little holes down at the bottom of these things. I'm guessing that those are for something. I can't even start to tell you what they could be for because, like I said, this is going to be a little challenge for me. But you know what? Sometimes life needs challenges, bring us out of our comfort zones, and give us something to strive for. Sometimes I do. I just get a little frustrated how the things turn out that I make, and I've done videos, and believe me, I refused to even finish editing them because to me, if I can't give you my best at this point, I might as well stop doing this. And my best may not be as good as yours, but I'm giving you my best. Sometimes I don't do all the decorating after the fact. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that when I just don't do it. And I see that some of the some of you go all out and do such beautiful work. And it's not that I'm jealous. It's just that I know I've got competition out here. Even though I don't feel that I'm in a race or anything, you know, go outside the box and use your imagination. I have more than enough little embellishments and things like that that I could decorate my mold, the finished parts with. But I just wanted to just grow into that. And it's been almost a year. It'll be a year in August. So it's time to truly, truly come out of my comfort zone. I'm going to go around this again. I'm going to go around the edges again. And I am going to add more because I see I can. I'm not going to add any more to that top, even though in some areas it looks a little low. But it's the mold itself. I don't know if the mold would support it because of um, the flaws in it. So I really don't want to dome these off. I try to get it to a point where when I take it out, there's not a whole lot of trimming. And sometimes we can't avoid that. Going around this little circle. Okay. So far, so good. I still haven't used, I still got about 2.5 ounces of resin left. I'm moving this in. I've got my heat mat on because I don't want it to take all day with the curing. I'm thinking that we can really do some good stuff with this when it cures. And it cures fast enough that I can get it edited and upload it today. And again, I'm just going around. I want to thank all my subscribers, all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for even just watching the videos and the comments that I get. I appreciate and I enjoy watching you guys' channels. I haven't commented on a lot of the new channels yet because I'm still learning who you are. Even though I love your work, I could say something, but I I'm getting over this little, as I say, a temporary setback. And now that I'm feeling much better, I will start to watch and enjoy and comment on the videos that you guys are making. I just believe that we should respond to one another on our videos instead of just hitting the like button. It's good to know that, we're communicating with one another and keeping each other encouraged. I also want to extend prayers to everyone that's on Miss Wanda's prayer list, and for anybody else that's going through and we don't know about it. But I do believe that prayer is the answer to a lot of our situations. Even though we can't see the physical changes right there, right then, God works in His time. And our time is nothing like God's time. Okay. Just cleaning up some more here. Now I have this bookmark, but then again I have my little castle mole. Excuse me again, I'm reaching over. And I think I'll make another one. I'm trying to put things together to make something for my granddaughter who's expecting her first child. And I thought this music box especially would be an idea gift. So let me see how this is going to work. Again, I forgot to add my alcohol at the bottom. I'm just putting enough in here. Last time we did pretty good. We didn't have any issues with it. I'm reaching again, excuse me. And I've got something silver, a little piece of paper off of the UV resin bottles. And give it a little spray. Work it in, work it in. Okay, I'll finish. If this does not complete it, it's okay. But I think it is. Oh, what a blessing. Thank you, Jesus. You know what? When things like this turn out and it's perfect, you could say, I always give thanks to the Lord because it could have been any other way. I'd rather say thank you, Lord, than nothing because that worked out perfect. So I'm saying that we used about maybe 5.5 ounces with this Carousel. And I finished the last 2.5 ounces of resin in my castle mold. So the next time I do this, I'll know exactly how much to add to it. 2.5 ounces. And that's going to even complete the base of it. And it's kind of doming it a little bit, but not going to worry about that. Okay. Work it around a little bit more. Get all those little spots and spaces filled and worked around. Okay, I'm going to spritz with the alcohol. Do it again on these pieces. And I'm going to call that a quit. Okay, I tipped it over a little bit. Thank goodness it was next to the top of the carousel. I'm trying to see if I got it positioned a little bit better. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll see you guys when everything has cured, and then we're going to figure out how to put this thing together. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly enjoy knowing that somebody is interested in what I'm doing. Okay, I'll see you in records time, I guess. It may be quicker than I think. Okay, bye bye. See you then. Everything is cured and it's now for demolding time. And I don't know, this is a little wonky on this one side where it's kind of distorted, but hopefully it will work out fine. I really don't know. I don't know. I can try and see how this works out. If not, I think I need to give Amazon a call. Okay, now we'll just demold our little castle first. I love this little castle. Peel that off the sides there. Second time's a charm. First time I had so much trouble with demolding it. This time didn't have that much trouble. Put that over there out the way. Let's get a look at it. Oh, that's nice. I like that shimmer. I like it. Our little towers. Let me check something. I think something's missing. Yeah, well, can't honestly. Yeah, I've got those little bitty tips again that broke off. So we'll have to pry those out again and glue them back on there. But other than that, I don't see any air bubbles so far. Nope, none at all. So we'll just get those little pieces out. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm just going to be honest with you. We're going to figure this out together, or I don't know. But I'm not going to give up on this. Just go around the rim, break that seal. And peel it down. I'm pulling it towards me to take it out of the mold. Try to give it back its little round shape. Kind of, let's see. Looks pretty good. A couple of our little holes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did go all the way through. So let's make sure those, yeah, that's the only one. Looks pretty good to me. I don't see any air bubbles. Oh, this is amazing. This is just beautiful. I love the little sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, how it's sparkling. Yeah, there you go. You can see that. It's nice. Now let's get to this part. I am taking my time about demolding these little pieces here because believe me, that was a headache in itself. And I'm going to be honest, I got colors that I mixed up and the whole shebang. So because I didn't want it to be just dull colors, I wanted it to have bright, at least some brightness to it. Oh, wow, look at this. This is beautiful. You see the sparkles and no air bubbles. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. That is beautiful. Oh, just, and now see, this is what I meant about the mold. Right here in this little section is lower than this one all the way around because this has a rim and that part didn't. And it's the way this mold is. If you can see, this kind of leans forward and then this stands up straight. There's no give to no curve or anything that you can go down on. So, but that's how that worked out. But this is beautiful. It's crystal clear and it's just the right amount of color in that. Oh, I am so glad. The holes are all open. Let's check and see. Yeah. Yes, all the holes are open. Thank you. Thank you. And then I'm not sure. I thought I saw something on the sides. Maybe that's just the way the mold is made. Yeah, okay. So those are all the holes that I need. That's great. That's great. And I know it's not a jar and it don't sit down on it, but it's perfect the way it is. Um, I love this. I'm not going to pat myself on the back too soon because this is what's going to be probably an issue. Let's demold it. All these little tiny pieces. Oh, that's great. That's a little dancer. They're all dancers on this one. And then that's a man and a female. And what I did to distinguish between the two is I made the man blue and I put the I dressed I dressed I have watermelon color for the female. Just getting these little bitty flicks off of here. This is fantastic. Maybe it won't be so bad after all. Hmm. Yeah, that's another one of the dancers. Now I don't. Let's take these out. Let's take them all out first and then look at them. Being careful not to break any of them, hopefully. Do have a little bit of overage on some of them, but nothing serious. And the musical notes. Now my thing is putting this together. I know uh, I've got to, like I say, do some research, which I haven't had a chance to do yet, to see how to connect everything together. Oh, this one, it's got a little hole. No, that's where the piece goes. Okay. That is a hole, but it's a little opening there. Hmm. We'll see how we can fix that if we need to. Yeah, because some of them have the little prongs in there for openings for holes. I think these are projects that you need to do on the days when it's cold and you're looking for something to do. something to fill time. But when you want to put together a video, it's very, very time consuming. Okay. Well, let's look at them first and see. Oh, one last piece. Now, this is one I didn't remember the color that this was. And so it's two-toned. That's all I'm going to say on that. Okay. And I will test the little holes. Mm-hmm. That side is smaller. Open them up. The dancers, and I will go around them, of course, and get all this little excess off. Excuse me. Now, I'll clean them all up and I'll show them to you when we get ready. But this is how they turned out. I'm thinking that this might be a little skyscraper set, like something like that. I don't think it's anything musical. Now, that's just my opinion. I don't see how it could be anything musical. Mm-hmm. Okay, these are the parts. I'm going to go off camera, clean them up, come back after I've found a video or it looked on Amazon to see how to best put this apart without goofing up too much. And I will come back for that portion. But I'm going to do this and get it all pretty like, come back, and then we'll complete it, hopefully. So I'll see you when we're ready to do that. See you in a minute. All right, everybody, I'm back, and I am not a happy camper, whatever that is. Um, I was having trouble putting this together. It's not because it's complicated, it's because the parts are so small. Now, I've got you as close as I can, and this is a very small little chain here. Small and little, come on. But what it is I had to do, they give you a long screw. This goes through the top, and you can't see, or maybe you can see, the tiny little holes that I have to feed the chain through. And the little crimps are so tiny that it's very hard for me to see with even my magnifying glass. Can you see this little bitty thing? Come on now. That's so tiny. And then the one to hook it onto the stand here. So, since it's hard for me to be able to show you precisely what I'm doing, I'm going to have to do this one without you. But this is how it's supposed to be joined. The music little mechanism is on the bottom, fits under there. The pole sits down on top of that. There's a little piece. And then you have to line it up, which I've taken it out of alignment because I did have the screw position to where it would fit. Oh, just a little bit more. And Anyway, I'm going to do the best I can to get this connected. I'll put the little rings, attach them to the pieces, the ones that I select, and hopefully I can complete this without pulling what hair I've got left that I didn't cut off out of my head. So I'll see you as soon as I possibly can. See ya. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I have put all the little charms or pieces, whatever figures on my spinning wheel. I'm not going to show you that just yet, but I am going to show you the last finishing part to completing the installation, and that's screwing the top on top of the spinning wheel base here. Now, the only thing I can think of right now is that I would like to bling it out just a little bit more. I have these little diamond nail gem, and I was thinking of just putting the little square pieces around the top edge and at the bottom. And you know me and my light fantasies. I have a little light that I'm thinking of installing on the bottom. I don't know. We can test it out and see. But the completed part, I am going to be coming back real soon to show you and let you see what it looks like. Now, this is it completed. Let me see. Yeah, that's the side of it. And then I'll see if I can angle the camera to show you a better look of it. Uh, be a better glimpse and not so close up. Okay, there we go. Now we got that. Okay, so give me a second, clean my desk up, and see how this looks. I'll put maybe one or two of the little nail gems on here and see. It looks a little lopsided. Maybe that's just me, I don't know, but it does to me. So we'll see. I'll be back as soon as I'm done. Okay, my friends, I'm back. I've completed what I thought I could do. I'm not that happy with my own outlining of the little carousel top because I wanted to do something so she just would be plain. And look what I did. I did find a light. It doesn't really fit up under there, but I just wanted to see what it would look like lit up. And the little rhinestones that I found blend in too much. It's really, and then again, I don't know, maybe it does a little differently, but, and it does has a sweet little sound. Let me twist it and see how this looks. I didn't try to wind it much because I was afraid with these old rough hands I would damage it. Now let's see. Oh, that is so cute. I like it. I think next time I will do brighter colors. I wanted to give it a mixture, and I see that it didn't actually do well with all these colors. I put most of the little figurines on there, maybe one of the little musical notes, because it's kind of hard, those little teeny holes. I don't know. Okay, there it goes. That's better. Well, thank you again for joining me. I hope you liked my little project and that it was something different for you to watch, at least different from me. It did give me quite a challenge. It wasn't so much that it was hard to put together. I found just the still picture of it on Amazon and then just really looked at it and just said, well, okay, I can do that. I figured it out and was gone with it. It's the hardest part for me is getting the little jump rings into the circles that they have through the figurines because they're really small, and then the little fixings, like I said, to clamp it together. But in all, it was worth every minute of it. I can honestly say it was a challenge worth taking. So, again, I'd like for you to please, if you enjoyed the video, give me a like, a thumbs up, give me a comment, and better yet, give me one of those subscribe buttons. Hit that button for me. I would appreciate it so much. Give me time to heal and get my body back up to par, and I will be back with more. Thank you all. God bless you all, and be uniquely you. Bye bye. Hope to see you next time.